Going no contact with your family members, which I'm really excited to click play on this one, by the way, because I feel like I'm the queen of going no contact. I'll cut anybody off, okay? When it comes to my piece, I will cut anybody off. Anybody. Anybody. Let's click play.
Year and a half now.
No contact.
No contact.
Not a phone call, not a text, not a nothing.
Nothing.
For a year and a half now. Okay. Chris, how about you?
It's been 4 years since I've had contact with my parents and my siblings.
4 years. Not a word.
Not a word.
Okay. And Kendall?
I've been no contact with my 30-year-old son for 2 years.
By your choice?
By choice.
Okay. Could you give us some factors that you believe make it necessary to protect somebody's emotional health by going no contact? I mean, when you say to someone, or do you say to them, perhaps you should go no contact?
Yeah, I don't say that.
You don't say that?
I don't say that.
You let them decide for
my
themselves.
job as a therapist is to help people
come to their own conclusions.
Well, not only come to their own conclusions, but I want them to be able to turn within and test out their own inner guidance. In other words, get back in touch with their own feelings and how things affect them. And lots of times when you've had a dominant parent, that ability to know what you actually feel and think has been messed with, okay? Because it becomes an issue of you love your parent by agreeing with what they see. So actually, no, I'm all about helping people to understand the dynamics of the relationship, how it's affecting them, and then they make the decision about what they want to do.
Well, how do you talk to them about your emotionally immature parent, and how do you determine whether a parent is emotionally immature?
Yeah.
No accountability
I really
whatsoever.
Stay away from those terms in psychotherapy because I'm not
there. You wrote a whole book about it.
I did write the book.
When I'm coming in, I'm coming to the lady. I'm coming to the lady who wrote the book about emotional.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that because that's a really long clip. Sorry, guys. Okay, so my thing is that I will cut anybody off. And I want to know in the chat what you guys think. Are you the type of person that will cut anybody off? When I mean anybody, thank you for the Cash App. And when I mean anybody, you are next. When I mean anybody, the people that created you, that brought you into this world, your parents, are you the type to cut them off? With me, Trey, I'm about to talk yours. With me, I will cut anybody off, like I said. But when it comes down to immediate family, when I have cut off an immediate family member, I do feel guilt. You know, it's not something I'm just like, like snip, snip, ho, snip, snip. It's not that energy when you just cut off a friend, like when you cut, it'd be sad. You wake up every day like, shit, like I hate that I had to go this far. But like I said, a lot of parents lack accountability because they see themselves as this, there's this parent, right? But they get it this is where they get it fucked up being a parent. They think they're perfect. Okay, I'm this child's parent, so I'm perfect. So I can't be called out. So I can't be told I'm wrong. So I can't be checked and put in my place. Just because you're a parent and just because you're older doesn't mean that you're more evolved than anybody else. I swear, I know some, especially them parents that were born in the 60s, y'all, just stuck in their ways and just being really toxic. Trey Jersey says, snip, snip, ho, okay? Oh my gosh. I didn't talk to my sister for, I think, 2 years, and it's sad. It was sad, but you did some crazy shit, you gotta apologize, and not only just apologize to me, but take accountability, and we gotta figure out how we're gonna move forward from here. Now, Trey Trizzy, before we get to the next song, Trey Trizzy in the chat said, I told my we're not talking until we seek therapy. Damn, well, what happened? What happened? And that's another thing too. They don't be knowing that therapy word. I ain't no parent perfect. We ain't talking at all. I don't even want to ask the reason. Well, if you want to share in the chat. We're going to talk more about it after the next song. But like I said, y'all, I am a pioneer. I'll cut anybody off. Like, y'all remember Drake in that one video? We created this. This is us. I'm that person. I created cutting off your family. Okay, I created that. Now, I'm always going to protect my peace. And I always had the common sense, a belief that no one is worth disrupting your peace, not even your family members. Family doesn't mean perfection. Family can also be flawed. And like I said, if they are disrupting your peace and that's the most valuable thing you have and they're not evolving, snip, snip, ho. So we just did a reaction to Oprah Winfrey's podcast. The subject is the younger generation is going no contact with their family members. So pretty interesting discussion. When I saw the clip, I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this. I'm gonna save it to when I'm live on stream because I wanted y'all to get my real reaction. Perk in the chat said, I just don't like when parents abuse their authority. Because it's just ego driven, right? And I feel as a parent, a lot of toxic parents, parenting is just ego driven when all actuality, parenting is just, you're just being a guide. You're doing your absolute best with your knowledge. $5 for a skip. You're doing your absolute best with the knowledge you've received throughout your life. And when you have a child, you're passing that down and you're being a guide. I feel like a lot of parents think authoritarian and they just get that shit fucked up in their head. Like, I gotta boss this kid around. I gotta tell this kid who they are going to be. I gotta tell this kid who they love. I gotta tell this kid what they do on a day-to-day. That is toxic parenting. You are not being a great parent if you are bossing your kid around like that. Like, granted, yes, that's your child, but when you have a child, they come from you, but they could become a whole other being, I know some people I'm related to. It's like, I don't even see how we related. I don't act nothing like you. We don't got nothing. We don't think alike. We don't nothing, So yeah, like, it's toxic parenting. A lot of parents are getting it mixed up. And that's what I don't like. And I agree with you. I hate when they abuse that word parent. Parent don't mean bully. A parent is parenting. Guide. That's it. Okay. How much is a skip for one song? Return to My Trees.